Okay, so you're ready to sign up for Social Security. How soon should you actually enroll? When will your payment start? What are some of the other tips when signing up for Social Security? I've got that and more coming up. My name's Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. When you decide to start Social Security, one of the biggest financial decisions of your life, hopefully you're working with a CFP and you're able to optimize and look at your entire financial situation, maybe you and your spouse, or if you've been married before but not anymore, you can look and say, well, what's the best way to start drawing Social Security? Do you start it right away, as soon as you retire? Okay, or do you let it delay? Should you draw it at 62? What about your full retirement age? Can you afford for one of you, if you're married, to delay until 70 and the other one start early? What's the optimal way for you to draw Social Security? You're going to work with your certified financial planner. They're going to lay all that out, do break-even analysis, do lots of number crunching, and help you make a wise choice. But once you've made that choice, then what? We get these questions all the time. When exactly do I enroll? If I want it to start at a certain time, once I enroll, when will I get my payment? How should I structure this? Those questions and more, let's hit them right now. The first is, how soon should I enroll? How soon should I make that appointment with Social Security office to actually get my benefits started? Well, we tell people as a rule of thumb, 3 months before you want to start that payment is when you should sign up and enroll for Social Security. Technically, if you look at Social Security website, they're going to tell you you can come in or enroll 4 or 5 months before your Social Security payment starts. I mean, that seems a little far out to me. You could still, that's enough time where circumstances may change. 3 months, within 3 months of when you want the payment to start, I think that's a good rule of thumb. Take a look at this link from this page from the Social Security website as far as how to prepare for that appointment and how to do it. Number one, you can see at the top, you can have that meeting online. Listen, the old days, you would actually schedule an appointment at your local Social Security office. They were moving away from that before COVID, and then COVID hit, and they're pretty much done with those in-person enrollment meetings if you're just signing up for Social Security. They don't want to just meet with you for that. They say you can figure that out by going online. And if you have questions or need some help, schedule a phone call, not an in-person meeting. All right, what information do you need to have available when you're signing up? Obviously, your date and your place of birth, Social Security number. Names of any unmarried children, that's interesting. Bank account information, you're definitely going to want that because they're going to direct deposit that Social Security payment. So hopefully on this link, this helps you get prepared for that signing up process, that enrollment process. Typically do that about 3 months before you want your payment to begin. All right, so let's talk about that. You want your payment to begin. When does it actually begin? Well, the weird and confusing thing about Social Security, there's a ton, okay, but under this category is that month's payment actually comes the next month. So your December Social Security payment is paid in January, okay? So typically you're going to enroll and say, yep, I want to start, I want to enroll as of this date, start this date, and your first payment will be the next month. That's typical. And as you're working with Social Security on this, if you say, no, I actually wanted it to start that month, then they're actually going to say, well, you need to enroll for that month before because, December's payment's going to be January. You're going to receive it in January. Very weird thing. If you're starting to turn on your Social Security at right when you turn 62, you've got to have your birthday, your 62nd birthday on the 1st or the 2nd of that month in order for the Social Security office to say, yep, you're 62 this month. If your date of birth, if you're turning 62 any other day during the month, then you technically don't turn 62 until the next month. That's just how they view it, okay? And if you don't turn 62 till the next month, you don't get your first payment until the following month, okay? So just cash flow. That's why I'm bringing this up. That's why this is a question that lots of people ask. So then from there, all right, well, once you know the month that it's starting, okay, well, when do you get the payment? Is it the first of the month? Is it the last of the month? What is it? What actual day do you get your payment? Well, it's based on when you were born, okay? And they've got some other factors as well. But right now, how they're doing it in general, if you were born between the 1st and the 10th, you're gonna be paid on the 2nd Wednesday of the month, okay? Direct deposit. If you're born on the 11th through the 20th, you'll be paid the third Wednesday, and the 20th until the end of the month, you'll be receiving your Social Security on the fourth Wednesday. You're gonna wanna know this because typically, right, you're gonna supplement your Social Security with other sources of income. Those other sources of income, you might have some control as to when they're gonna land in the bank account. So you're either someone that wants all of that month's income to arrive at the same time, and then that's what you get for the rest of the month, or you want it staggered, maybe like your paycheck, where it was, you got paid every 2 weeks, and you might wanna structure something similar where you've got your Social Security payment, and 2 weeks later or 2 weeks earlier, you've got a withdrawal from your IRA landing in the bank account. So those are the dates in which your Social Security actually arrives. Now, if you're looking to sign up for Social Security after your full retirement age, you're gonna get another question, or in the online process, you're gonna get another question, and I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna kind of stop you in your tracks. Could you backdate your Social Security? Well, if you look here, if you turn on your Social Security at or after your full retirement age, you can actually backdate your payment. And again, if you were delaying, if you were waiting to draw your Social Security, then you know that every single month you wait, your Social Security gets a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. So why would you want to backdate it? Well, you get a lump sum payment. So say you're looking to start your Social Security at 68 years old, okay, and your full retirement age was 67. When you go to enroll at 68, they'll tell you, okay, yep, if you start your payment and it starts the next month, here's how much it will be. Or you could backdate your payment 6 months, okay? That's how far back you can go. 6 months back, and yes, your monthly payment will be reduced by 6 months back, probably reduced $60, $70, $80, something like that, but you'll get a lump sum check for those 6 months. Should you do that? Work with your certified financial planner. I'm going to say majority of the time you shouldn't backdate. I mean, honestly, on average, people draw before their full retirement age. They draw at 62, they draw immediately when they retire. But for those of you that are drawing after, typically you're not going to want to give up that little bit of growth in your Social Security by backdating it. Because the break-even point is early enough that nope, it's going to be more beneficial for you to not backdate it. However, if there's a financial need or it would be significantly helpful and help you accelerate some financial goals if you got a lump sum check from Social Security and you weigh that out and with your CFP and say, yeah, let's do that, then that may make sense for you. You've got to be aware of the tax consequences, okay? And that's sort of another sort of tip that we always give to folks as they're signing up for Social Security. Can you withhold taxes on your Social Security? Well, federal taxes, they almost pretend like it's not taxable to you. And very rarely, I haven't signed up for Social Security yet, but through clients and helping others, when you're talking to someone on the phone and enrolling online, or when you're doing it, on the phone or enrolling online, it's not easy where they say, do you want taxes withheld? Normally, it's something you need to add afterwards as a form on the Social Security website that you can fill out. But if you have enough other income, plus half of your Social Security, that determines whether your Social Security is taxable on your federal return. And if it is, and you expect it to be on an ongoing basis, I would withhold taxes. I would. Otherwise, you're going to have a tax surprise, and each year you have a tax surprise, you're going to have a tax penalty. Each subsequent year you have a tax surprise, you'll have a tax penalty if you don't come up with the withholdings another way. So is it taxable? It depends. Can you withhold taxes? Yes. Is that easy when you're enrolling in Social Security? No, it's not, but you can always add it or change it after the fact. And then the final question that we get, and it's imperative right now, is will my Social Security be adjusted each year? Well, when you delay Social Security, as you're delaying, every month you wait, there's a little bit of increase in your Social Security, okay? But as soon as you turn your Social Security on, there's no more delayed benefit, okay? It doesn't continue to grow. Had that question recently, well, if I turn my Social Security on at 62, by the time I turn 67, will the amount that I'm earning equal that age 67 amount? No, it doesn't. No, you took it early, and therefore that caps the growth. But once you draw Social Security, you do get a cost of living adjustment each year based on a certain derivative of CPI, okay? So if you are age 62 or older, even if you haven't drawn Social Security, you will receive that cost of living adjustment, that COLA, and their expectation this year is it's going to be an enormous number. We'll see. But if you're not yet 62 and you're not obviously drawing Social Security, then you won't get that cost of living adjustment. Hopefully that cost of living adjustment is reflected in your wages, and therefore that's how it will impact your future Social Security. But once you're drawing, or really once you turn age 62, you'll get a cost of living adjustment each year on your Social Security. There will be no more kind of benefit that just by getting a year older that your Social Security will increase as if you were delaying it. Okay, so I hope that helps. The biggest and most important is optimizing your Social Security. When should you draw? I mean, this is a couple $100,000 decision for your family over your lifetime, and deciding to draw right away, delaying, what your approach is. So work with your certified financial planner, get that right first. Then hopefully these are some helpful tips as you go to enroll, and your CFP is going to have a lot more of them to help you onboard and get enrolled in Social Security, make it very, very easy, and then supplement that with other sources of income. Work with your CFP on that. If you don't have a CFP on your team, contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with a K, wisemoneyshow.com. You can find us there as well, or give us a call, 574-247-5898. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.